Good morning. Let's start the daily discussion on current affairs. The first topic is bill to introduce PBTG of Odisha and Andhra Pradesh in the scheduled tribe list. PBTG stands for particularly vulnerable tribal groups. Rajya Sabha passed the Constitution ST Order Amendment Bill 2024 and the Constitution SC and ST Order Amendment Bill 2024 presented by the Minister of Tribal Affairs. This bill was introduced by the Ministry of Tribal Affairs and passed by the Rajya Sabha. So already this bill has been passed in the Lok Sabha. This cleared the way for addition of several new communities to the ST list of Odisha and the inclusion of synonymous and phonetic variations of existing tribes in the ST list of both Andhra Pradesh and Odisha. Okay, so this bill will add new ST from Odisha and Andhra Pradesh in the new list. This is the provision of the bill. Okay, about the bill. Okay, among the additions were notably 7 particularly vulnerable tribal group, a subset of the ST, 4 in Odisha and 3 in Andhra Pradesh. The independent name of this PBTG have been specifically added as synonyms or sub-tribes of the community already in the ST list of these states. Okay, so in Odisha, the PBTG community added are the Pauri Bhuiya, as synonymous with the Bhuiya tribe. So Bhuiya tribe was there, and this Pauri Bhuiya and the Pauri Bhuiya are added in the Bhuiya list. The Chuktiya Bhunjia as a synonym of the Bhunjia tribe. Bhunjia tribe was there. The Chuktiya Bhunjia was added. The Bondo as a sub-tribe of the Bondo Porja tribe. The Mankiria is a synonym for the Mankiria tribe. They have been added. In Andhra Pradesh, the PBTG community included the Bondo Porja and the Kondo Porja, a synonym with Porja tribe, and the Konda Sabara as a synonym of the Sabara tribe. These groups belong to the PBTG and have been included in the scheduled list of the 75 years of independence. So they have been added as PBTG in the new list. Okay. Okay, this group belong to the PBTG and have been included in the scheduled list after the 75 years of independence. Other additions and changes. In addition to this, the bill to amend the Odisha ST list also shifted two entries, the Tamadia and the Tamudia, from the scheduled caste list to the scheduled tribe list. The bill also added synonyms, phonetic variations and sub-tribe of the list 8 existing community in the state ST list. Further, the Odisha's ST list was expanded to add 2 community to it as new entry. These are the Mukadora community and synonymous undivided Koraput district, which include the Koraput, Navarampur, Raigada and Malkangiri district, and the Kondaredi synonymous community. So this Mukadora and the Kondaredi were added as scheduled tribes in Odisha. Okay, as per the new amendment, a new change in the law put in the passed in the Lok Sabha and added in the Rajya Sabha. Fine. For the PBTG, According to Ministry of Tribal Affairs, India have 75 PBTG who are characterized by pre-agricultural level of technology, stagnant or declining population, extremely low literacy, and subsistence level of economy. The PBTG were recognized as a separate category based on the findings of the 1961 Devar Commission. So PBTG were identified by the Devar Commission. Okay, the Devar Commission added PBTG in India. Okay, so in 1975, so there are 52 PBTGs. Okay, so their number is 52 across and which has been expanded to 75 across 18 states and union territories. So initially their number was 52, but subsequently it has increased to 75. Okay, and that includes, so in all they are present in the 18 states. Okay, so one in data from the Ministry of Tribal Affairs and the 2011 census show that Odisha had the largest number of PBTG with 8.66 lakh, followed by MP 6.909 lakh and Andhra Pradesh 5.39 lakh. So Odisha had the largest number of the PBTG population. The total PBTG population is more than 40 lakhs and the largest PBTG in Odisha is Howrah community numbering around 5.35 lakhs. This is the largest PBTG community in Odisha. Union Budget 23-24 announced the launch of the Prime Minister PBTG Development Mission. So Pradhan Mantri PBTG Development Mission has launched. Okay, so it was launched in the budget. Okay, Pradhan Mantri PBTG Development Mission. This will stature PBTG household and habitations with basic facilities such as the safe housing, clean drinking water and sanitation, improved access to education, health and nutrition, etc. Now, amount of 15,000 crore will be made available to implement the mission in the next 3 years under the Development Action Plan for the Scheduled Tribes. DAPST, Development Action Plan for the Scheduled Tribe. The PM Janman Pradhan Mantri Janjati Adivasi Nyaya Mahabhiyan has been launched to enhance the socio-economic conditions of the PBTG. The Union Cabinet during November 2023 approved PM Janman with a total outlay of 24,104 crore, central share 15,336 crore and state share 8,076 crore to be implemented during financial 2023 to 25-26. Okay. The PM Janman comprising central sectors and centrally sponsored scheme to focus on 11 critical intervention through 9 ministries. So interministerial convergence. The approach of the PM Janman scheme, interministerial convergence, has been the target of the PM Janman scheme. Okay, 9 different central ministry will coordinate and they will converge their program for the development of the PBTG. The government has been consistently following up with respective state government over the declining population of several PBTG community across the country, because the biggest challenge is the PBTG community's population is declining. So government in consultation with the state government is trying to check that their population is not checked from the current falling trend. Okay. This is the present focus of the central government for the development of the tribals in general and the PBTG in particular. Fine. Because PBTG, their number is falling, they are very primitive, they are living in low economic level, pre-agricultural practices means gatherer, hunter and fruit gatherer was their main occupation. Okay. The next is the atmospheric river brings heavy rain to California. Okay. So southern California has been inundated with massive rainfall with the risk of landslides rising on the soaked ground. Okay. What is the atmospheric river? An atmospheric river is a plum of moisture or water vapor that moves from the tropics and is dumped over a region as heavy rain or snow. Okay, that is called atmospheric river. Atmospheric river are narrow band that tend to occur on the eastern sides of strong mid-latitude storms. On average, the Earth has 4 to 5 active atmospheric river at any time. Each moves the equivalent of a liquid water that follow through the mouth of the Amazon River. When this atmospheric river reaches land, it releases moisture, producing heavy snow and rain. The rain that hit California is part of a weather called the so-called Pineapple Express, which is an atmospheric river that originates in the subtropical water around the Hawaii. Okay. The rain that hit California is part of a weather system called the Pineapple Express. So remember this, what is? So Californian rain was because of the phenomena called the Pineapple Express, which is an atmospheric river that originates in the subtropical water around the Hawaii. How long the atmospheric river lasts? Studies have found that atmospheric river generally lasts 20 hours over an area along the coastline. Okay. Online class. Okay. Online class. The single atmospheric river can move around in the ocean for up to 5 days, and that an atmospheric river can cause a single location along the coast to be inundated with heavy rainfall from 12 to 72 hours. How does El Nino affect atmospheric river? El Nino is a naturally occurring climate pattern characterized by abnormally warm ocean water, the tropical Pacific, that drives heavy rain and storms. An average of 7 to 10 strong atmospheric rivers make landfall in California each year. El Nino years tend to bring a higher level of moisture and make atmospheric river along the west coast of US more frequent. Okay, so El Nino year tend to bring a higher level of moisture and make atmospheric river along the west coast of US more frequent. However, it is not clear whether El Nino is the sole driver behind more precipitation and higher storm intensity. How does climate change affect these storms? There are three main ways that climate change could affect atmospheric river in the future. More rain, experts say a warmer atmospheric in the future will hold more moisture, which could lead to more precipitation and intensification of the storms. More frequent and more intense atmospheric rivers already account for nearly 90% of the California's flood damage. Research suggests that as temperatures warm, atmospheric river could occur in closer section and drop more rainfall in a session. Less snow as temperature warm. Some research suggests suggest that instead of snow, the river could bring rains to certain region, because so in place of rainfall, so snowfall, it may result in more rainfall. How will the atmospheric river help the region? Before two consecutive wet years, including the present one, California has experienced drought conditions for decades. So it was a drought-like conditions there. California's water year is measured from October to September. The rainfall thus is welcome because this rainfall is beneficial for the state of California in USA. Then the Codex Committee on Species and Culinary Herbs. The 70th session of the Codex Committee on Spices and Culinary Herbs was held in 29 January 2024 and 2nd February 2024 at Kochi in Kerala. About the Codex Committee, okay, it was established as one of the committees under the Codex Alimentarius Commission in 2013. India has hosted this prestigious committee since the beginning, and Spices Board of India serves as a secretariat organization which organizes the committee session, because India is a country which is very famous for the spices. Okay, so the CCSHC7 session equally stands for 5 species, namely small cardamom, turmeric, juniper berry, alpaceae, and the star anise were finalized. So these are the spices taken for consideration or focus at this session. Codex Alimentarius Commission. Okay, more detail about the Codex Alimentarius Commission. It was jointly established by the Food and Agriculture Organization and the World Health Organization. It is an international intergovernmental body which is based in Rome, Italy. It consists of 189 members countries. So total membership of this commission is 189. Okay. Membership of the commission is open to all member nations and associate member of Food and Agriculture Organization and WHO, which are interested in international food standards. Those interested for maintaining international food standards are allowed to be member here. Okay. Commission meet in regular session once a year, alternating between Geneva and Rome. Okay. Funding. The program of work of the commission is found through the regular budget of WHO and FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization, funded to the, with all work subject to the approval of the two governing body of the parent organization. Okay. The commission work in the 6 official languages of the United Nations, like the Arabic, the English, the French, the Chinese. Okay, the 6 official languages of UN. The standards of the CSC are categorized by WTO as international reference point. Okay, point for resolution of trade disputes. Okay. The standard developed by the committee under the CSC include the CCSCH are voluntary in nature, with the member countries of the CSC adopt and use as reference standards to align their national standards. The work of CSC contribute to harmonization of food standards across the globe, facilitate fair global trade in food, and enhance food safety to safeguard the health of global consumers. Rule of reading down the clause. The Supreme Court recently observed that if a plan reading of a clause fulfill the object and purpose of the statute, then the rule of reading down the clause would not be applied just because the clause imposes harsher consequences. Okay. About the reading down the clause, reading down provisions is one of the many methods the country may turn to when it finds that a particular provision if for its plan meaning cannot be saved from invalidation. It refers to a global interpretation approach where a court, while examining the validity of the statute, attempts to give a narrow or restricted meaning to a particular provision to uphold its constitutionality. When a court encounters a provision that it interpreted according to its plan and literal meaning might lead to unconstitutional or legal issues, the court may opt to read down the provisions. So the rule of reading down is only for the limited purpose for making a provision workable and its objective objection achievable. Then the Aldabra rail, the flightless Aldabra rail went extinct over 1,30,000 years ago, but the species then reappeared via the interactive evolution. Scientific name is the Diluminas Kuberi albatross. It lives on a coral atoll from off the southwest coast of Africa. It is about the size of chicken with a flared grey back, a rusty red head and chest, and a white throat. It is a subspecies of the white-throated rail and is the only living flightless bird in the Indian Ocean. It's losing its ability to fly once again. The Aldebaran rail has essentially evolved twice, rising from the dead through a process called the interactive evolution. In 29, the study published okay. In the Zoological Journal of the Lunarian Society examined the fossil record of the rail in Aldabra and found evidence of a flightless rail on the atoll from before it was submerged beneath the wave 1,30,000 years ago. What is the interactive evolution? Interactive evolution can be defined as the repeated evolution of a specific trait or body plan from the same ancestral lineage at different points of time. In the obelix, scientists recently uncovered a never before seen class of virus-like entities named obelix in the human body. Okay, in the human body. What is the obelix? It is a newly discovered class of virus-like entities present in the human body. It comprises okay. It comprises a class of diverse RNAs that have colonized and gone unnoticed in human and global microbiomes. Named after the highly symmetrical rod-like structures formed by the twisted lengths of RNA, the obelix genetic sequence are only around 1,000 characters in size. This mysterious bit of genetic material have no detectable sequence or even structural similarity known to any other biological agents. They are also significantly larger than other genetic molecules that coexist inside the cell, from plant to bacteria called the plasmids, which are more commonly composed of the DNA. Obelix represent their own class of organism. They lie somewhere between the virus and the viroids. Although the host of other obelix remain unknown, there is a possibility that some of them may be found in the bacteria. Different type of obelix appear to be present in different area of our bodies. What is the virido? Viroid are tiny loops of RNA, a genetic cousin of the DNA. Okay, so best viral in several ways. First, they are naked, lacking the protective cell that viruses use to hold their genetic materials. Second, the RNA does not contain instruction to build proteins, whereas viruses carry instructions for their outer cell and for certain enzymes they need to replicate. The viriod co-opt these enzymes from their host. Then the National Research Foundation. Okay, despite approving a bill to set up a National Research Foundation to boost a scientific advancement in the country just 8 months earlier, the Indian government was silent on allocation for the institution or progress made so far in the interim budget 24-25 about the National Research Foundation. Okay, although government declared it, but no budgetary allocation has been made in this year's interim budget. It is an apex body to provide high-level strategic direction of scientific research in the country in accordance with the recommendations of the National Education Policy 2020. Will be established at a cost of 50,000 crore over the period 2023 to 2028. It enhances India's national research infrastructure, knowledge enterprise, and innovation potential for scientific pursuit. So goal is to increase private sector contribution to research in India and to ensure that a larger portion of the government fund go to state university and colleges. Nodal agency. So the Department of Science and Technology will be the NRF's administrative department. The governing body, the Prime Minister will be the ex officio President of the board. The Union Minister of Science and Technology and Union Minister of Education will be the ex officio Vice President. The National Research Foundation functioning will be governed by the Executive Council, chaired by the Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India. So it will force collaboration among the industry, academia, and the government department and research institutions, and create an interface mechanism for participation and contribution of industry and state government in addition to the scientific and line ministries. It will focus on creating a policy framework and putting in place regulatory process that can encourage collaboration and increase spending by the industry and the research and development. Okay, coming to the question answer, how do income inequality, okay, income inequality and lack of access to healthcare contribute to health disparity in India's urban area? Mention the initiative taken by the Indian government to address health issues related to urbanization. India has a highly stratified society with a large income gap between the rich and the poor. As per Oxfam report, the top 10% of the Indian population hold 77% of the total national wealth. This income inequality, which is very sharp in urban area, along with unequal access to healthcare, results in unequal health outcomes. Impact of income inequality on health disparity in Indian urban area. Financial barriers, lack of access to affordable healthcare services, high out-of-pocket expenses, and inadequate health insurance coverage pose significant challenges for individuals with lower income. Health behavior, income disparities influence health behavior, with lower income individuals often facing challenges in accessing nutritious food, engaging in physical activity, and adopting preventive health practices. Occupational health hazards, income inequality can lead to occupational health disparity, as lower income individuals often face hazardous working, okay, hazardous working conditions, inadequate safety measures, and limited access to, okay, so unlimited access to occupational healthcare. Impact on Okay, so occupational health hazards, income inequality can lead to occupational health disparity as lower income individual often face adverse working conditions, inadequate safety measures, and limited access to occupational health care. Impact of lack of access to healthcare to health disparity in Indian urban areas. Limited healthcare infrastructure. Urban area experiencing rapid urbanization may face inadequate healthcare infrastructure to cater to the growing population. This results in overcrowded hospitals, long waiting time, and compromise healthcare equality. So quality. Informal settlements and slums. Urban area often have informal settlement and slums where access to basic healthcare services, sanitation, and clean water is limited, leading to a higher prevalence of disease and health disparities. Unequal access to healthcare. Income inequality creates unequal access to healthcare. Wealthy individuals can afford private healthcare, while poor individuals must rely on government healthcare, which is often unfounded and unaffected, understaffed. Major healthcare initiatives are National Urban Health Mission. So Government of India has launched the National Urban Health Mission. Okay. Prior to that, there is the National Rural Health Mission and the National Urban Health Mission. Okay. So National Urban Health Mission, the NUHM launched in 2013, focuses. Okay. So it focuses on providing basic healthcare facility. Okay. Basic healthcare services include immunization, antenatal care, and treatment of non-communicable diseases, particularly the urban poor. Ayushman Bharat, it is a national public health insurance fund of the government of India that aims to provide free access to health insurance coverage for low-income earner in the country, and per annum the insurance coverage 5 lakhs per family. So the family provided 5 lakhs health insurance coverage for secondary and tertiary healthcare facility. Swachh Bharat Mission. So launched in 2014, this program aims to make India clean and free from open defecation. The mission include the construction of toilets, solid waste management, and improved sanitation facility in urban area, which can help to reduce the spread of infectious diseases. Okay. So Janani Suraksha Yojana launched in 2005. This program aims to promote institutional deliveries among urban women. The program provides financial incentive to women who deliver in a healthy health facility and provides free transport for the mother and the baby. Okay. Smart City Mission. The smart city mission incorporates a focus on health and well-being, aiming to develop urban areas that provide equitable access to healthcare services, promote a healthy environment, and foster community engagement in the healthcare initiative. So, reducing income inequality and improving access to healthcare, education, and better living conditions can help address the disparities and improve overall health outcome in urban areas. Addressing health issues related to urbanization requires a multifaceted approach that involves collaboration between different government agencies, civil society organizations, and the community group. Okay, so come to the MCQs. Which of the following from the Constitution does not have the bearing on education? DPSP has a bearing, rural and urban local body have a bearing, fifth schedule have a bearing, sixth schedule have a bearing, seventh schedule have a bearing. All the five, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so all are correct. Global Gender Gap Report is published by the World Economic Forum. A. As to the following statement with respect to the river Chenab, the Chenab river originates from the Karakoram range, right? The Thirod Yono is tributary correct. The Rattler hydroproject river Chenab, no. 1 and 2 are correct. Consider the following statement. The Royal Bengal Tiger Reserve Park boasts a distinctive lineage with elevated melanic level, giving rise to black and yellow interspread stripes, making them the pseudo-melanistic. Melanism is a genetic condition that results in increased melanin production, leading to blacker and nearly black skin, feathers or hair in animals. So here only statement both are correct, but not the explanation. Okay, answer will be C. B will be the answer, fine. Then regarding the Mera Gun Mera Dharohar, Mera Gaon Mera Dharohar scheme, it is a national mission on cultural mapping conducted in the coordination of the Indira Gandhi National Center for the Arts under the Ministry of Culture. That is right. Under this scheme, the government has decided to map and document all the villages of the country. Both 1 and 2 are correct here. Regarding the sea cow, consider the following statement. The Dundung dwells in zones such as the Caribbean, Gulf of Mexico, Amazon, East and the West Africa. The manatees inhabits coastal region of the Indian and the Pacific Ocean. Both manatees and the Dundungs have been classified as vulnerable under the IUCN Red List. Here, only one is correct. Okay. So regarding the Subika painting, the painting style is incredibly to the Kuki community, cultural history of Manipur, that is wrong. Meiti community, not Kuki community. The painting are done on handmade paper or tree barks. 2 is correct, but this is not Kuki but the Meiti community. So only 2 is correct. That chimeric antigen receptor T cell therapy was emerged as an important development in the treatment of cancer. So consider the following statement regarding the Uniform Civil Code. UCC means common law on marriage, divorce, land property, inheritance and for all citizens. Article 44 of the Constitution deals with the Uniform Civil Code. Here both 1 and 2 are correct. Consider the following statement on Anusandhan National Research Foundation. It will replace the Science and Engineering Research Board. That is right. The governing board headed by the principal scientific advisor. It will be the Prime Minister or the principal advisor. Here both only 1 is correct and 2 is incorrect. Thank you for watching. Keep watching regularly to update yourself.